Hello, welcome to the Paper Snob. This is Tara. Today I am working on Scraplift Crafternoon. This week we are scraplifting this beautiful layout. I will have the original creator's information listed down below for you so that you can check out her social media accounts and leave her some love. She has a beautiful kind of a grid style layout here with lots of layering. Layering is my favorite, so I've got that ready to go. And I am using my Counterfeit kit, which is also my How to Kill a Kit with Style kit for the month of April. And I can leave you the information down below as well, just so that you can see what Counterfeit kit is all about. And there will be a playlist for How to Kill a Kit with Style listed down there, along with the playlist for Scraplift Crafternoon. So I pulled out this piece of paper because it's a cut aparts, and the original layout has a lot of layering, so I thought this would be a good way to start using up those cut aparts. I have this piece of paper here that I'm going to use to mat this piece of paper, which is technically in my kit, but I did not showcase it in my photos. I had a bunch of solid-ish papers from a paper pad in a stack on my work cart, and they were all about the right colors for my kit this month, so I just kind of shoved them in there. This particular piece of paper is kind of a linen feel on one side and I don't know, a matte white on the other. I'm going to be using the linen side. I feel like this is a great way to get it out of my stash. And then from this paper pad, which is also in my kit, I pulled 2 pages of their cut aparts because I need tags. And then this piece of paper that I was hoping to use as mats because it's got a lot of color in it. The original creator appeared to use white mats, or she had a border around her photos when she printed them. The original creator also used enamel dots, and I've pulled out my Nuvo drops in kind of a blue. I'm hoping that color will work, but as I'm looking, I may need to swap out colors. And I have rub-ons that were in my kit. These are from Simple Stories. And some foam from Simple Stories, and she has a single word title sweet on her layout, and I thought I would use Wonderful Life so that I can finish off this Bramble Fox set of perspectives. I pulled in this from my kit as well because it's got layering bits in it. And the other thing I have pulled in, this is a pack of ephemera from Maggie Holmes' round trip that matched that 6x8 paper pad, and I've got bits and pieces in here to play with as well. So I've got all of that. I do have this bag of fussy cut flowers. I'm thinking I'm not going to use those on this layout, so I'm going to set them aside. And a pack of Flair that I thought I might try to get a couple pieces on here. Now, my photos really don't tell a huge story. It's just photos of my cat Jasper, and I am trying to finish off my 2017 albums, and I am left with 2-page setups and lots of kitty cat photos. So you may be seeing a lot of kitty cat photos in the near future as I finish off these albums. I think there's only 10 for 2017, but I'm going to pause. I'm going to get started, and I will be right back. All right, I want to wish you guys a happy Easter right here off the top, because I know that this video is playing Easter Sunday. I hope that you guys have a great Easter, have a lot of fun with your friends and family today, and remember to celebrate Jesus, who is the reason for this holiday, and his resurrection. Anyway, so happy Resurrection Day to all of you. I am only going to be using 3 of those 4 photos. I probably shouldn't have printed all 4 because I don't think I'm going to use that 4th one at all. I don't really have another space in my album for it, but that's okay. So now I'm going to just kind of cut apart my cut apart sheet, and that way I have some things to use. I'm not going to cut everything apart exact, but I am going to go ahead and get these cut apart, and that makes it easier for the next layout. This is the first layout that I am using my kit for, so otherwise this might have already been cut apart. I have these smaller bits here, and then they have like little tags on them. I think those will make great tucking pieces and or journaling pieces. I know I use at least one of those on this layout. It's the one with the yellow border and the pink swirly things on it. I know I use that one for sure on this layout. I don't know that I use many of the others on here because I have that second set of cut aparts with the tags from that 6x8 paper pad. I did decide to cut out a lot of the cut apart sheet because I felt like it was just too long, and I moved on to this background paper. Like I said, it is kind of a linen with the backing looks kind of a pearlescent shine. I'm thinking it was meant to be double-sided, not positive. It is very thin paper. It came from, I think, a Park Lane paper pad. I cut it down to 11.5 by 11.5, and I am going to gut this paper. I will tell you that once I got the layout done, I was not happy that I gut this paper because the background, the linen background is really, really thin, and it almost needs a full sheet of pattern paper behind it to go ahead and provide support. But I decided not to worry about that, and I'm going to go ahead and just get this glued down. I'm using my magnets to help me with holding that background down, and that way I can put a little bit of adhesive on here. And I do that here on camera, which I don't always do this on camera, but I did today, and I'm going to leave most of this in. It's sometimes I feel like it moves and shifts, which is why I was using my magnets. I got it on here fairly straight, fairly even. And this is where I realized that it was super thin. So I pulled out these 3 frames from that cut apart sheet. I thought that they made a great little addition to the page. It brings in more color. I realized that that is where my title piece is going to go. I kind of wish that there were 4 of them because that would have made, it more cohesive. But in the end, I end up doing a lot of layering here, just like the original layout. So it looks like I'm trying to use a couple of the cards, and I'm not sure why my phone keeps doing that. It keeps zooming in. That is annoying. And zooming out, and that's annoying. But I have these paper, or these little, they're like journaling bits from Pink Fresh Studios Chrysanthemum, and I'm flipping over some of them and using the solid portion and cutting them down because honestly, I just want these out of my stash and onto a page at this point. They were not new when I put them in my kit. I have used some of it before, but I just really feel like I needed to get these used up. It might be because we're getting ready to move. And once I get into the, oh no, we're moving phase, that will be when I realize, oh my gosh, I've got a bunch of stuff laying around that needs to be put back in its home to make it easier to pack, blah, blah, blah. That may be what's going on here with my brain, but it works. There's that envelope there, and I have that little envelope. I'm going to tuck it back here. Like I said, I'm just trying to use up as many of those pieces as possible. Going to scooch the others out of the way. And again, I'm sorry my phone zoomed in on here. You can't quite see what I'm doing. I did mention at the beginning of the video that I was going to use this striped paper to mat my 3 photos. And so that's kind of what I'm doing here. I will take the part, it's about half of it that I don't use. It'll go back in the paper pad. It might get used this month or it might not, we'll see. But I am going to go ahead and get all of these, all 3 of these photos matted on here, and that makes it easy to add that other bit of color. That was my reason for bringing in that striped paper, was because I wanted to have all of the colors that I was using kind of in one spot so that it didn't look odd that I had so many colors. Striped papers, especially this diagonal striped paper, I really love these to break things up and to add more color to a layout. But for here, I'm just kind of trying to use up that whole half. Now I've got the tags that I've cut down from the same 6x8 paper pad. I did pull out both sheets with the tags on it from that paper pad because each sheet only had 3, so I end up with 2 blue ones, and I chose the blue because that's what my background paper is, a shade of blue, so I thought, we'll bring in the more blue. There's quite a bit of blue on this layout. This is a traveling paper pad, and this is not a travel layout, so I'm having to cover up anything and not use anything that has travel related themes on it. Funny, I have another set of photos, I think in the same album that these came in, of us traveling with Jasper, and Jasper sitting on my shoulder in the photos, and so maybe I'll use this paper pad for that set of photos as well. We'll see. I said I'm trying to finish up 2017. I'm fairly close. I know that at least 4, maybe 5 of the albums are fully complete at this point. And then I've got a couple of others that only have 2 or 3 layouts. The July-August album for 2017, I think, has the most layouts that are not complete in it. And many of those are double paged. I also know I still have a Father's Day layout to do. I might even have a birthday page or 2 left to do in those albums. I can't remember how far I got for November. That's when my husband's birthday is in November. I do a 2-page spread of everybody, at least a 2-page spread of everybody for their birthday. Once in a while it'll only be a 1-page, but most of the time I get a 2-page layout for each person living in the home. So anyway, there is my title, Wonderful Life. I said I wanted to use that Bramble Fox perspective so that it finished off that particular package of Bramble Fox acrylic things. Here is where I'm going to differentiate from Michelle's original layout. She had a beautiful layout with lots of white space, and white space is not always my favorite, and for this I really felt like it needed more. And initially, when I was first looking at using this linen background, I thought I might just ink the background, but then because it's kind of a weird texture, I was afraid the ink wouldn't stay, and so that's why I brought in these butterfly rub-ons from Simple Stories that were in my kit. I am going to try to get these on here, and I think it ends up looking really good. No, this isn't a butterfly layout, but it does add a little bit of like distress and color on the layout behind my 4 grid layered bits. And I always say that Scraplift Crafternoon can just be the basis of your layout. You can scraplift it exactly, and I have, and do that. But sometimes it's okay to kind of put your own flair in. I stayed fairly true to the original creator's layout, but doing this added my own style to the page, as well as help me use up some of this product that I have in this month's kit. I am really bad about saving product till the very end with my kits and then not using them because I run out of things to use it with. And I'm sorry again that my camera still continues to scooch in. I don't know why it keeps doing that. That is a new thing and it kind of annoys me, but whatever. So now I'm going to look at these chipboard flare pieces, and I decided I was going to just tuck them under different areas on the layout. I did stick one in the center of that sunburst circle element. I'm going to switch that one out, I believe, here in a minute. But right now I'm tucking them behind the tags. All right, I got this layout completely finished. I'm pretty pleased with how it turned out. I have not put my Nuvo drops on just yet because I wanted to switch out that color, as I mentioned, for a more light blue versus aqua one. I didn't check to see what color this is, and I'm just going to add a couple of those Nuvo drops next to each heart that I stuck on the page with those rub-ons. Now, of course, these are wet when I'm finishing up here, and I'm having to make sure I don't smear them. Left-handed, guys, left-handed, I'll smear things. But that's all I'm going to do with that. And like I said, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. Those rub-ons put in my own flair and kind of eliminated some of that white space that was really bothering me. I know that Rona also isn't crazy about white space, so she may be nodding her head at me right now thinking, yep, I hear you about the white space, but I think putting those rub-ons helped with that empty space and kind of just finished off the layout the way that I would do a layout. It added my personal flair to this layout. I want to thank you for coming to my channel today. I really appreciate those of you who take the time to like, comment, and or subscribe to my channel. If you are new here, I would love to have you as a subscriber. Just click that button down below. If you are not new here, please make sure that you check out that description box below for that playlist, and make sure that you also check out each of our Instagram accounts. I do supply those down there so that you can visit and see what else we do. You know, we don't only do Scraplift Crafternoon. We each have our own individual style, and Instagram is a great way for you to visit each of us and find out a little bit more about our personal style. So please do check out our Instagram accounts. Also, I have that information down there below for how to kill a kit with style. There's a playlist for that, and I will put in the information for Counterfeit Kit Challenge blog. I am the head master forger over there, which is what we call our design team. We're master forgers because we are counterfeiting kits that are available on the market for you to purchase. But I'll put the blog link down there and the Facebook community group down there so that you can go ahead and check us out. I really hope that you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.